everyone, welcome to Junior Game Master. Today we are playing NBA 2K21, so let's get started.
Made me block my friends. I guess we met our ends. Love flip me again. I'm off that once again. The devil slid me once again. I got that Colgate, give me riding in the Benz. I got no time for us. Nobody to fight for us. Might not need.
There's a look at downtown Los Angeles from the air. We're coming to you live from the Staples Center. Thank you for tuning into this DA.
Well, Kevin, even though starters are important, those great sixth men have been the key to so many championship teams. Think about the likes of Andre Iguodala, Manu Ginobili, Lamar Odom. And still, with some, there's a stigma to coming off the bench. Iguodala said it's ingrained early, but in particular, he said, in the NBA, it's I need to get paid like a starter. And guys, that's a sacrifice that not many are willing to line up for.
David Aldridge, thank you. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. So the opening lineup. For the Heat, they've got Robinson. Jones is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the point guard position. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Green out there with Avery Bradley. And it's McGee in at the 5, roaming the paint. The shot by Adebayo, no good. And it's Bradley with the ball for the Lakers. And Kendrick Nunn is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Davis finds James. Green with the ball. Over Robinson. And he overshot that one, missing. Butler with the ball. Picked up by Davis. Nunn can't get it to fall.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Out of bounds, Miami takes possession. You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
And the Lakers turn it over again. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Robinson passes to Jones. Bradley against Nunn. Here's McGee. Makes it off the glass.
Good open look. Avery looking poised with the ball in his hands, making decisions.
For Miami, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Here's Robinson. Great tee that time from Green.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
It's stolen by Adebayo. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Adebayo kicks to Robinson. Plays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Lakers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. James finds Davis over Jones. Misses off the right iron.
And that's okay. Even though you missed, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Here's Nunn. Adebayo down low. Guarded by McGee. And the foul called on Danny Green. That'll be his second foul of the game.
He was too aggressive. That's already his second foul. We haven't even gotten out of the first quarter.
And the Lakers making a change here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. Heat also with the sub. Heroes checked in for Duncan Robinson. It's his first trip to the line.
In last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
That one drops. He ties it up.
And taken with the 30th pick back in 2011, Jimmy Butler went from 15th man in Chicago, riding the end of the bench, to franchise player in the course of 4 seasons. And now only one away from being in the penalty.
The Heat making a switch here. Dragic is checked in. Dwight Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Here's James. And Greg, it seemed in Chicago and Minnesota, maybe Jimmy Butler wore out his welcome. In Philadelphia, they had him, and they had to juggle multiple stars. But, man, Miami, the Heat handed him the keys, and he has taken off.
And, Kevin, he's shown himself worthy, lifting them to a top seed in the East and himself into the MVP conversation.
Butler with the steal. Dragic taking his time here. Here's Hero. The Heat get it back. And a new 14. Butler passes to Dragic. To the paint. Here's Hero. Just 4 to shoot. And again, it's the Heat missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
On its way from Caldwell Pope for 2. And he misses his first shot of the game. And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Heat. Lakers have gone 2 of 6 in the field. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That is his first foul of the game. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Los Angeles. And then for Miami, Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Jay Crowder comes in for Jones. And it's Iguodala in for Butler.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Here's Hero. He's covered by Rondo. They get it again. Crowder, the pass to Hero. Over James. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. And some changes here for the Lakers. Morris is checked in for Anthony Davis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. And it's Alex Caruso in for Caldwell Pope. Leonard, he's checked in for Miami. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You can go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch.
खेलो मत यहाँ से
Okay.
बार-बार करनी पड़ेगी यार
1:49 left in the first quarter of the game. From 10 feet out, off the left rim and out.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Kuzma, that's good.
Teams try to play Kuzma physical, but he has the strength to power right through contact.
Here's Dragic. Count it.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
Especially given the height disadvantage. I love the way he created space for his shot.
Yeah, still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
Stolen. Here's Caruso. And the rejection by Iguodala. Lakers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And he knocks down the first one. And the Heat making a change here. Silva's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Heat trail by 4. Outside Crowder. Good ball movement here by the Heat. And stolen by Howard. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
What a burst of energy from Kuzma. Gets himself where the team needed him the most.
Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Dragic, and it's sent back by Howard. And here we go. Fast break. Kuzma's got it. And Kuzma slams it in.
This is what you like to see. Kuzma not selling for something along the perimeter. In fact, just the opposite.
And it's Miami's ball. 8-point game. From deep, Iguodala. Rebounded by the Lakers. Howard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lakers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
Kendrick Nunn, he's checked in for Miami. That one is no good.
And the former first overall pick in the 04 draft, Howard has had a stellar career, a dominant force who continues to frustrate the opposition.
Here's the break, and Kendrick Nunn is going to pick up the foul. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Lakers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And good on the 2nd, so he makes them both. The Heat trail by 11. It's stolen by Rondo. Here's Caruso. Bucket is good. The Heat have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
He hits one, then misses the 2nd attempt from the free throw line. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Earlier, we had a chance to chat with Kyle Kuzma, who loves playing alongside so much talent.
You know, for me, it's super cool just to learn, sit back, watch, but also compete against these guys. You know, that's something that I want to do. So to be around those guys and be in the foxhole with those guys is, it's pretty incredible.
Well, Kuzma Greg has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end, and adding more to his game every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded by.
And glad to have you with us, folks. 2nd quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
Markieff Morris is out there with Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green. And there's JaVale.
Love it, love it.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role, tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets, and he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. If you ask Miami coach Eric Spoelstra, there's been a long lineage of undrafted players who've made an impact with the Heat. Going back, think about big guys like Udonis Haslem, Joel Anthony, and Hassan Whiteside. Now you have youngsters like Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson, Derrick Jones Jr., and Chris Silva. Miami continues to find diamonds in the rough year after year. Guys,
they usually do. That's a very creative organization. Thanks, DA. Los Angeles making a switch here. James is checked in. It's stolen by Morris. Green finds James, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Lakers making a change here. Davis is checked in. Derrick Jones, he's checked in for Miami. Earl comes in for Robinson. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. They trail by 16. They get it back. Here's Adebayo. And Davis sends it back.
Good job by AD, not giving up on the play. Tracking the ball, blocking the shot. Appreciate the hustle.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
What they have done is ran their plays all the way through until they get something they like. It's a shot you would think he would make. He just doesn't make it all the time.
And yes, it's good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
The Heat trail by 20. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure. And as much as he commands attention on the court, Jimmy Butler content to skip the spotlight when he's off it.
You know, GA, nothing has come easy in his career for Jimmy Butler. All he does is puts his head down and works and works and works. And because of that work ethic, he has become an all-star. Love watching his progression.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Danny Green. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Picked him clean. Inside, here's Adebayo. Count it, good. Adebayo's got his first 2 points of the night.
Some shooters get tunnel vision, but Tyler, keeping his eyes up and his options open, delivers a great pass.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's best when he lets the game come to him, when he's not forcing shots, not making things tough on himself, not making tough passes. You know, Smitty, a simple approach does wonders for him.
Kevin, you applaud the maturity of KCP to realize that he knew he needed to change his game to improve. Focusing on making the easy play has made him a very valuable member of this team.
Howard's checked in for Los Angeles. And it's Dragic off the drive. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
I mean, he's hard to stop once he gets to the rim. That's a beautiful play.
Lakers leading by 18. Here's Bradley. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Heat have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Dragic. The Lakers with the rebound.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's Bradley. Davis kicks to Bradley. Offline with the baseline jumper. The Heat trail by 18. Butler with the ball. And it's Howard picking him up. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Avery Bradley. And here's Adebayo outside. Miami no good on that time either.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Davis with the bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And Miami shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. To the inside. Pass to Hero. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Leonard trying to get open as Adebayo. And that one hits back iron. Lakers leading by 20. And Adebayo sends it back.
This shot can't get past Bam. His reach is just too much.
And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. And Los Angeles with some changes. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. And it's Alex Caruso in for Caldwell Pope. Crowder, he's checked in for Miami. Iguodala comes in for Tyler Hero. Rondo against Dragic. It's good.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
Lakers have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. The Lakers have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. The free throw drops for Rondo.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Heat also with the sub. Silva's checked in. And some controversy last season. Andre Iguodala traded to the Grizzlies. We know he didn't report, Greg, just stayed in the Bay Area until a trade could be worked out to Miami.
I'd call that a power move, Kevin, no doubt. Iguodala, a respected vet, wanted to play for a contender, and he got an extra year and $15 million in the deal.
Morris with the bucket.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for Miami. Outside Leonard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
And you look at the career shooting percentages for Myers Leonard. 48% from the field, 39% from three-point range, and over 80 from the free throw line. How is he averaging less than 20 minutes a game for his career?
You know, GA, he's probably asking the same question. But what I do love is he does the little things. And his scoring, he's efficient. He's earning his keep. Has a chance one day to be a 50, 40, 90 guy. Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
Kuzma's gone 4 for 4 from the field. Perfect so far.
Skying high. One of his advantages as an undersized 4.
Lakers leading by 20. Here's Green. Tries from the block, and it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 4 assists now tonight. The Heat shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. Morris into the lane, and Morris throws it down.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Good on the shot. Silva's got 4 points in the quarter.
And with an excellent understanding of the game, Olynyk is able to find open teammates.
Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
And it's Leonard missing. Morris looking over the floor. And so it's Los Angeles, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Big-time play throughout the first half by Markieff Morris. He had 12 points and 1 steal. He's definitely heated up over the last few games, and we're seeing some of that same recipe here tonight. What you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Lakers?
They looked like they were playing an easy game of pitch and catch out there. Playmakers and finishers were in sync on every level. The assist disparity, now that was big. Now that's the reason why it's a blowout right now, and they played well.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
Well, the shooting was terrible. They didn't seem to have a plan at the offensive end. Let's see, the defense had them bottled up. Listen, I'm not a coach. They need to change their strategy right away, right now, pronto.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We've seen Markieff Morris really having a great game.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
It's a part of his game that he can always tap into. There's an art to it, and he is painting the canvas tonight.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Kendrick Nunn out there with Robinson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Adebayo in at center. Los Angeles leading by 22. And Kendrick Nunn is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Los Angeles making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. Here's Davis. Nails the baby hook. Davis has got his second bucket of the night.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game. Now, here's Nunn. And an intentional foul right there. And here are the Heat now. Here's Jones. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back to how about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
McGee dishes to Green. Back to McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
The veteran presence of Danny Green keeping his eyes up, finding his teammate wide open.
And Nunn has got the ball here for the Heat. In the foul of Avery Bradley. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Adebayo drives in. Avery Bradley pulls it in.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
And it's good, 2 points.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center. Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down. One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
For Miami, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Here's Nunn. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Davis. You know, Smitty, the change for McGee's pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know, when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. LeBron comes in for Alex Caruso. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Green. And then for Miami, Crowder, he's checked in for Jones. And Hero subbed in for Robinson. Bradley with the ball. Now defended by Adebayo. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. The Heat making a switch here. Dragic is checked in. Pass to Bradley. Lakers working the ball around now. Howard kicks to Bradley. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Here's Howard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And when Howard loads up inside, I think the defense is smart to foul and send him to the line.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Avery Bradley. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
Talk about being reliable at the line. At Kentucky, Tyler Hero, he hit 93% of his free throws his freshman year.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the 3rd.
Jeez, now we've got both teams in the penalty. The refs haven't been shy with their whistles, and the players haven't done a great job of adjusting.
And that one falls for Rondo.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
He'd have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Butler, no good.
Ugly start to this half, hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
And the shot is good.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Heat shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, thank you.
Thank you, David.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. And then for Miami, Olenek is checked in for Adebayo. And that was something else.
Beautiful pass. LeBron, fun to watch. Intelligent, outstanding read.
Howard's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Crowder finds Iguodala to stop the run. Trying to get open is Crowder. And it's sent back by Howard. Here's Hero. And he hits the jumper for 2. Hero's got 4 this quarter.
Beautiful form on that jump shot. When Tyler Hero puts it up, it just looks like it's going in.
And he bangs it home with one hand.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
Here's Crowder. Kuzma pulls it in.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
A nice shot by LeBron.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
You know, Steve, one thing you admire about LeBron, how he shapes a possession for his team. He'll create situations where he gets a mismatch or helps his teammate find one.
You know, Kevin, LeBron will use his high screens to just kind of shuffle defenders, make them think. Once he sees an opportunity, he'll pounce all over it. You can see him do this the most at the end of close games.
And he hasn't cashed in on his chances at the line, only making 1 free throw. And Los Angeles with some changes. Morris is checked in for Rondo. And it's Green in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. The Heat shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. Here's Nunn. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on LeBron James.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
He hits both from the stripe. Here's LeBron. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Kuzma. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Howard's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Nice touch from Kyle there. Knows he can score from this area of the court.
None, that's good.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Green passes to Howard. Back to Green. Leonard with the steal. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one drops. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And the Lakers making a change here. Caruso's checked in. Then for the Heat, Derek Jones comes in for Kelly Olynyk. Robinson is subbed in for Andre Iguodala. Oh, that's blocked. And he gets it back. None, that's good. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. It's stolen by Jones. Leonard kicks to Jones. That one goes in.
And this is the time they wanted to mount the rally and get back into it.
To the middle. Hangs. The shot, no good.
And he's already patted himself on the back and forgot to put the ball there in the basket.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. Their defense has been terrific in the... And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Bradley. Green out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Markieff Morris. Then there's Bradley. And it's Caruso in at the 2. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Jones up and in on the layup.
A beautiful bounce pass on the deck. He put it only where his man could get it.
Lakers shooting has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point. Here's Morris, and it's Miami with the rebound. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. And it's Robinson with the jam.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Outside Robinson. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Rajon Rondo's checked in for Alex Caruso. Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Green, the pass to Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. The Heat shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. And they double up Butler over Green, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
You see the instincts of Butler on plays like this. Understands how and where to get his shots.
Fires from the corner, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Green passes to Kuzma. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 4 assists in the game.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
This is one of Jimmy Butler's go-tos. He loves the jump shot from mid-range.
Green, no luck. For Miami, they've gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Count that bucket.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And the Lakers call time here.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
The Heat making a switch here. Dragic has checked in. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Bradley finds Kuzma. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
He's been locked in all night, and he's taking good shots.
Free throw good from Morris. The Heat have gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect 6 for 6. Robinson, that's good.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Down low, here's Morris. And it's Miami with the rebound. Butler's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the middle, here's Jones. Now the pass to Adebayo. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Lakers with the ball. They have a 19-point lead. Rondo is doubled. Kuzma left side. It's stolen by Jones. Outside Dragic. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Avery Bradley.
And Goran Dragic last season coming off the bench for the first time in his 8 years in the league really excelled in that 6-man role.
He did. He's a guy who creates his own offense. He's also a guy who can organize the reserves and keep things flowing. All about finding ways to continue to flourish, and he did it.
And some changes here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Morris. Anthony Davis comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And LeBron subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Los Angeles leading by 18. The drive by LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
You know, not many people want to step in front of LeBron. Once he gets up a full head of steam, can't say I blame him.
And he recovers it. Here's Dragic from outside. And again, it's the Heat missing. And Los Angeles guys, shooting has been just outrageous. 64% from the field to this point. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. Here's Davis, and the Lakers with another turnover here. Timeout called the Heat.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Dwight Howard.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play. And this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's Adebayo. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Great D that time from Davis. It's stolen by Dragic. Jones up top, guarded by Bradley. Outside Butler, and stolen by James. To the inside. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's his fourth foul of the contest. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Anthony Davis. Smith comes in for James. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Danny Green. And Cook subbed in for Avery Bradley. And a new group in for the Heat. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Myers Leonard comes in for Derek Jones. Hill, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Iguodala in for Robinson. Both free throws good from McGee. The Heat trail by 20. Dragic gets the bucket.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Lakers.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Dwight Howard.
You love to see this kind of leadership, directing traffic, keeping everyone happy. He was the straw that stirred the drink.
Yeah, they can count this one in the win column. It has been a tremendous effort.
I love what we saw from them tonight, and I'm sure they'll try to replicate it next time out.
And that one drops.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Olynyk dishes to Dragic. Oh, Leonard in position. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Dragic.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
Heroes checked in for the Heat. To the paint. Here's Smith, and the dunk by Smith.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Bounce pass from Olynyk. Miami again turning it over.
That's a tough break there. If there is any hope of making a comeback, they have got to take better care of the ball.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's an 18-point game. Kuzma kicks to McGee. And the layup's good off the glass.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Iguodala outside. Near the three-point line, it's Olynyk. Miami no good on that time either. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here is Iguodala. Drops in the layup for two.
That's what Andre gives you out of the backcourt. Versatility, size, and he competes. He's also a coach out there on the floor.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Hard to hear you when my mind's on 20 mil.